Setting your air conditioners above 24 degrees Celsius is one of the 75 points brought out by our Government of India in the Mission Life propaganda that stresses on lifestyle changes among people. This particular idea of setting your ACs at or above 24 degrees Celsius is one of the ways to conserve your electricity consumption and to reduce the load on electricity production, which will ultimately reduce the level of CO2 emissions into the atmosphere. People can take advantage of this measure in terms of reducing their electricity bills and also in terms of reducing their footprint and being an environmental conscious citizen. Countries like Japan have mandated their people on setting their ACs above 28 degrees Celsius in homes, offices, or in other commercial places. For a tropical country like India, it is advised that we set our ACs at temperatures of above 24 degrees and the ACs bring down the humidity of our living spaces, making us feel comfortable. Let us understand the practical benefits of setting our ACs above 24 degrees. Let us consider 4 ACs operating at different temperatures. One operating at 20 degrees, the second AC is set to 22 degrees, the third AC is set to 24 degrees, and the fourth AC operating at 26 degrees. And let us consider that all these ACs are operated for an average of 8 hours a day. Based on the real-time data, the operating energy of these ACs range from 1.3 kilowatt to 0.78 kilowatt. Therefore, for a duration of 8 hours considered, the energy consumed by these ACs are 10.4 kilowatt hour for the AC operating at 20 degrees Celsius and 8.8 kilowatt hour for the AC operating at 22 degrees Celsius, 7.6 kilowatt hour for 24 degrees Celsius and 6.2 kilowatt hour for the AC set at 26 degrees Celsius. So it is very evident that the AC operated at 26 degrees Celsius has consumed a lot lesser energy than the AC that was set at 20 degrees Celsius for the 8 hours period. It is very important to note the reduced CO2 emissions associated with all these operations. The AC that was set at 20 degrees Celsius has emitted 8.6 kg of CO2 in the 8 hour period, whereas the AC that was set at 24 degrees has emitted only 6.3 kg of CO2 and the AC that was set at 26 degrees has emitted only 5.2 kg CO2 for the same duration. Ultimately, the AC operated at 26 degrees has 40% lesser CO2 emission than the one that was operated at 20 degrees. But for us common man, how much do we understand what is saved when the AC is set at relatively higher temperature like 24 or 26 degrees? So let us have the same comparison in terms of the electricity bill that we have to pay for operating these ACs at lower and higher temperature. The energy consumed for AC set at 20 degrees for 8 hours period is 10.4 kilowatt hour, with 1 kilowatt hour being 1 unit. This 10.4 kilowatt hour is 10.4 units. Similarly, the AC set at 22 degrees has consumed 8.8 kilowatt hour, which is 8.8 units, and the AC set at 24 degrees for 8 hours is 7.6 kilowatt hour, which is 7.6 units, and the AC set at 26 degrees for 8 hours has consumed 6.2 kilowatt hour, which is 6.2 units. Now, considering an average power tariff of 5 rupees per unit, for it varies between a domestic and a commercial consumption, the total amount incurred for the AC set at 20 degrees Celsius is rupees 52. The AC set at 22 degrees Celsius has costed 48 rupees for 8 hours. The AC set at 24 degrees Celsius has costed 38 rupees for 8 hours, and the AC set at 26 degrees has costed 31 rupees for 8 hours. Therefore, considering that we operate these ACs for all 30 days of a month, the AC set at 20 degrees would cost an amount of rupees 1560. The AC at 22 degrees would cost an amount of 1452. The AC at 24 degrees 1140, and the AC set at 26 degrees would cost only 936 rupees, which ultimately saves us at least 7000 rupees a year. Therefore, when we set our ACs at 26 degrees, we are saving close to 40% of our electricity expenses compared to setting our ACs at lower temperatures of 20 degrees. So it is highly recommended that we keep our ACs at 26 degrees or at least about 24 degrees. But to make best use of this energy saving, we must ensure two things. One, we must install ACs of sufficient capacity to the space we are trying to cool. Also, we must ensure periodic and regular maintenance of the air conditioners, which will ensure optimized cooling even at 26 degrees. And please remember that the purpose of AC in our rooms is to keep us comfortable and not to keep us cold. Be it for your electricity expenses, or for your health, or from the environmental perspective, it is important that we maintain our air conditioners above 24 degrees Celsius.